Mahesh walked from town A to town B in 6 hours. On his return journey, he increased his average speed by 1 km per hour and covered the distance in 5 hours. Find the distance between the two towns here. So Mahesh is walking from town A to town B. Let me write here, from town A to town B, he is going by walk. Okay, and the first, from A to B, how many hours he has taken? He has taken a 6 hours. So time equals to, let me write here, 6 hours, and the distance we don't know. Okay, let it be as it is. On his return journey, he's coming from B to A, so I'm writing here like this, B to A now. Okay, now again he went from A to B, again he's returning from B to A. So in this case, distance it will remain same here, right? A to B, again he's coming from B to A only. I have written just separate. In this case, the distance it will remain same only. So I'm just writing here D equals to X kilometer, and this side also D equals to X kilometer. Why? Because distance is the same here. So in this question, they asked us to find the distance between the town A to B here. So D equals to X kilometer for the both. Okay, now on his return journey, he increased his average speed by 1 km per hour. And while going from A to B, we don't know the speed of his walk. Okay, so speed we are going to mention by V, and we don't know. Let me write S kilometer per hour. While going, we don't know, but while returning back, the speed has been increased by 1. So let me write here, V equals to S plus 1 kilometer per hour. If it is here 55, it will become here 56 kilometer per hour. And since we don't know the speed, I'm just writing here capital S, and here I'm just added a plus 1. Why? Because in the question only it has been mentioned the average speed has increased by 1 kilometer per hour and cover the distance in a 5 hours. So here he has taken a to cover from B to A by walk, he has taken only 5 hours compared to the first one. There was a 6 hours because the speed was less compared to this one. So here the time has been changed 6 hours to 5 hours. That's why I'm giving a name T1 and T2 here, and the speed also changed for both. That's why I'm giving V1 and V2 here. The distance, it is going to remain same. Let it be D and D here. If it is distance, if it is changed, then only we can give a name D1, D2 like that. Okay. And we are having the formula for distance, time and speed. We are having the formula that is denoted by V equals to D by T. This is a what formula we are having. And for this, it will become now V1 equals to D by T1. Okay. And here it will become V2 by D by T2 here. Okay. What they asked us to find out? The distance. Okay. Let me make a D equals to, let me send T to left side. So it will become V1 into T1. Similarly, this side, T equals to, this should be T2. Okay, here I'll get V2 into T2. Okay, now see here, D is how much? That is X kilometer. Okay, and V1 is how much? That is V1, that is S kilometer per hour, and time is, that is into 6 hour. And here D equals to, again equals to V2 is how much? That is S plus 1 kilometer per hour, and the time we are having here, that is 5 hour. Okay. Let me write here equation 1 for this expression, and let me write equation 2 for this expression. Now, if you are comparing expression 1 and 2, at left side, we both are having X kilometer only. So what we will do? We will write equating equation 1 and 2 here. Why? Because at the left side, both values are same here. In that case only, what we can do, we can equate. So what left? And here it will be, and one more thing what we can do here, R we can cancel here, R get cancels here. Now after cancellation of R, see here, S into 6, that I can just write 6 S kilometer equals to, see here, and here it is 5 S plus 1 kilometer. Okay. And here what we can do, we can cancel the kilometer to kilometer. 6S equals to, let me open this bracket, 5 into S plus 5. Okay, now let me bring 5S to the left side. So 6S minus 5S equals to, here it is 5. Okay, now see here, 6x minus 5s, I'll get a 1s. I'm just simply writing S equals to 5 here. So now we got S equals to 5. Yes, where it was, we have written here. So for the A to B, we got the average speed, that is 5 kilometer per hour. Why 5 here? Because S value we found 5 here. And let me substitute here in the place of 5. 5 plus 1, I'll get a 6 kilometer per hour. So his average speed from A to B, it was 5 kilometer hour, and from B to A, when he was returning back to A, his average speed was 6 km per hour. So when he was 5 km per hour, the speed it was there, he took the 6 hours to go from A to B, and when his speed has been increased by 1, that is 6 km per hour, then he took the time that was a 5 hours. Okay, now in this question, now what we need to find? We need to find the distance. So we got here time and average we got here. Here also either this or this, anything you can apply the formula, we can find here. Okay, anyhow I'm showing both here. So D equals to V1, how much we got here? 5 km per hour. 5 km per hour, let me write like this, and time, that is how much? That is 6 hours. 6 hours. Now see here, R get cancels, how much left? That is 5 km. Okay, here also you can do, you'll get the same answer only. Why? Because the distance is same only, obviously. V2 how much? That is 6 km per hour, and the time, that is 5 hour. Sorry, this should be 5 6 30 km. This is 30 km. Okay, now the R get cancelled. See here, 6 5 30 km. Okay, so the distance, that is 30 km we will get here. Therefore the distance between the two towns is, that is 30 km here.